providing online partnership for people that want, maybe for their work or for whatever they need to do on the computer, so they feel less lonely. Maybe it's easier for them to do from the United States. It's easier for them to work or to do what they need, and at the same time, the people doing it can talk to them and practice talking and understanding English. So all parties involved get a benefit out of it, get value, which is pretty amazing. I think it has a high success rate. If I had to bet on it, on this idea, one way that this might be implemented. Did I show you the accountability platform?
No, not yet. Yeah.
Yeah. So did someone want to say something?
Milton is here, sir.
Okay. Hi, Job. Welcome to our program. Hello. So please, everybody, please turn your microphone off, except our guest. Hello, Job. Can you hear me? Hello. I think lagging issue. Can you hear me, Job?
Can you hear me okay?
Oh, it's lagging. I mean, I can hear you slowly, you know? I think it's lag.
Good job. Not a good connection.
Can you
Can hear you.
Okay, okay. Ariel, please continue. Sorry for the interruption. Please continue.
Yeah, no problem. So, okay. So there's a platform called, I think it's called App My Focus.
I can hear you, but it is choppy.
So,
Yeah, Ariel, go ahead. Go ahead. It's a lagging issue.
yeah. So I think Job said that he can hear, but it's chopped off. Like it's not. Yeah, he has probably a connection issue. So there's a platform online. It's called App My Focus. Let me make sure. Just My Focus Space. So
Yeah,
I will
can you share the screen?
share the screen. Yeah, sure. 1 second. There we go. Can you see it?
Yeah, it's
Okay. So basically, what people do here, they come here and schedule for, let's say for today, I scheduled for, in my time, 8 p.m. And if anybody else schedules on this time, we get a session together. In this case, 1 hour. So at the beginning of the session, each tells, it's like 2 or 3 minutes. We tell each other what we're going to do. And then there's 10 minutes at the end of the session for talking, networking, and also accountability. How did it go? Did you do what you said you would do? So this way, you are accountable to another person, not just yourself. So a lot of people find that it helps them, including me. It helps them be more productive, be more focused on what they want to achieve. And you see, this is a paid platform. People are paying for it. So there's definitely a demand for, let's say, online partnership. Um, so I would think that such a platform, only that without payment, and the benefit is that whoever wants to improve his English meets up with. So the platform needs to make sure that it connects an English speaker with a non-English speaker, and then it can be even more than one. to be more efficient, maybe. So one English speaker with, let's say, 3 non-English speakers. And I think it can be really successful. Also, I would even promote such a thing on Product Hunt. Do you know Product Hunt?
Yes, I know Product Hunt. Yes.
Great. So I would promote it there.
Okay. So are you working with Product Hunt?
Well, I didn't get a chance yet, but I plan on with the first plugin, WordPress plugin that we're building. I plan to launch it there.
Okay. So what do you think? What would be our challenges to implement such such application, such a platform? What would be our challenges? I mean, we are going to figure out our strength, our weakness regarding this platform, because there are a lot of things need to consider before we start, right? Before we proceed. So what would be the challenging part for us from our end, as we are new? Our community is also new. They are not expert. They are not advanced. So what would be our challenge? What do you think?
I think the challenge would be probably the planning, the architecture of like trying to put this into an organized, methodical process, which is pretty important. I think that I have a small recommendation about it. By the way, there is an IEEE standard for software specification. I can link it if you want afterwards. That gives you like software requirements and software specifications, where it shows you how to create a document. I can even share an example document that it will be. It's not very technical. It's just on a, let's say, business intelligence level. So just what does the app needs to do, what it needs to achieve, what goals it's trying to achieve. Because the community is rather large, which is a good thing, I would put emphasis on that process, on that part, planning and breaking down what the one big task into as many and as little tasks as possible. Because that way you turn, when there is a big group and there is not ordered communication, so the minus of a big group is how to coordinate everyone. The bigger the group, the harder it is to coordinate. This is the downside.
Yeah.
Once you put a good plan in place, you can turn this downside into an advantage, because then you can distribute the work to many people and achieve it a lot quicker.
Yeah, but is there any way out how we can proceed? Is there any example how what we can follow? Because as we are beginner, we don't know enough. I mean, we don't know much about this. Maybe this is our first initiative regarding this kind of application.
Yeah. So well, if you want, I can try to help. I have like a bit. I have some nice experience with the design and let's say creating architecture and plan for implementation of a project like this. I can show you also an example, a couple of examples. So, for example, I only now looked at one.
Yeah, sure.
1 second. That's not. Oh, 1 second. 1 minute. Yeah, here we go. So this is an example of software requirements and specification for a car dealership system, let's say.
Yeah.
So you can see here, like, it starts with the purpose. It has all the segments and they're all pretty simple. You shouldn't be, it should be written in a way that any person who is not technical, not a domain expert, like any person should be able to read it and understand it. It defines
Yeah,
the
but
terms.
is it like a software specification or software requirements, something like that?
is exactly what it is, software specification and requirements.
Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, we know this is a part of software development life cycle.
Right. So you can see here the reference for, 1 second, how it was constructed. Yeah. So this is the IEEE recommended practice for software requirement specifications. And I'm sure that I can link it to you also, but if you search for it in Google, you will find the document that explains how these documents should be constructed. Now,
Okay, but okay, this is about documentation. We are, yeah, document is very important, but at this point, we are not started our project yet. So yeah, at first, maybe we can start with the documentation. But beside this, we need to figure out a lot of things like what would be the challenges, especially for foreigners, let's say from the native speaker, how we will convince them to join our team, I mean, join our platform, that they can give their motivation to our students. So it's a challenging part, right? So maybe there are a lot of advertisement budget need to be arranged for that. So how we could reach out? Is there any specific or any better plan on your mind how we can do it with very less amount or with very cheap? Is there any idea?
yeah, of course. So there are two practices actually for two, let's say, approaches that I'm aware of regarding marketing. One is obviously spending money on advertisements, all types of advertisements. And one, for example, we have in my country, in Israel, there is a very big, um, the best actually, institution for private teaching that people go to learn like math and all types of improve their grades so they can be accepted to the university, to the, let's say, more prestigious ones. So there's a one private school that does, there are a lot of private schools, but the one that that is considered the best, it actually has a zero um, advertising budget. It spends no money on advertisements.
So
They
they
use,
how people get to know about them?
right. So they use the second approach. The second approach says you need to do two things. One is you create individual contacts, like you can find people on forums, on Reddit, on Facebook, and get your first points of contact, people that will be want to use it. You talk to them directly, personally. You also ask them to see if they can tell their friends or whoever is interested. So it's the basic strategy is word to mouth. But word to mouth is a very powerful tool. So in Israel, in my country, it helped that institute to become the biggest and the most expensive in the whole country. They have the most students. So word to mouth is powered by two things according to their belief system. One is the individual effort that you go, you put people and they go to social media and different platforms, online platforms, and they create the first contacts, as I said. And the second thing is you try to provide the best value possible, the best experience. Okay, because when people have a good experience, they tell about it to their friends, they tell about it to other people, and that's how it spreads.
Exactly, that's the big challenging part. I mean, word to mouth is a good tool, but as well as it is dangerous as well. If we are unable to provide the best services, then it is gone. They are going to market us in a negative way, right?
But
So
actually, not necessarily, because that platform that I showed you, let me show it again. So this platform, so I just had a meeting with this is one of the founders of this platform, and this is already our fifth or sixth meeting. So at first, when I saw this platform, I really liked the idea, but I didn't like the implementation. There were so many things wrong. I said, I'm never going back to this. I even started writing my own version of this platform on Bubble. And then I said, okay, I have a couple of credits, and I saw she made an appointment with me, and she's a founder. So I said, okay, I will talk to her once. And I said, hey, listen, can I tell you what I think is missing or wrong in your implementation? And she said, sure. And she listened very carefully, wrote down everything I said. She gave me a feeling that my opinion is important, that it is influential, and taken into consideration. They actually changed things based on what couple of my feedbacks, and also uh, they gave me extra credit, so I don't have to pay for my next meet, like let's say 20 or 30 meetings as a thank you gratitude. So these are all methods in which they created. So they made me lose my whole motivation to write my own version, and I actually kept using it since then. I keep coming
They are
back to it.
successful because that's what exactly they wanted, because they listen to you because they don't want to lose you, right? So that's the
Yeah,
exact point. So, maybe their main target is for business to make money, but we are basically non-profit and we are absolutely doing this from our heart for our community, like our community, because there are a lot of, people, lot of students around the globe who are not getting enough chance to practice English. And these kind of applications are always too high to price, right? So to get a regular basis month to month subscription. So that's why we are planning something different, that we are going through a volunteer basis program where the other party will be join us, and and they will offer their time, motivation, or whatever we say to the other party from our side or from any other part of the world. So both party will engage and share each other view. But the big problem is, as the volunteer comes in, so how do we feel them more secure and more disruptive? I mean, is there chances that few of our students, or maybe I don't know, whoever can join and abuse our system? There are chances, right? As it is free, so there are chances people gonna abuse it. So how do we prevent those users? How do we detect those? Is there any idea, any technical perspective?
yeah. Actually, that was one of my suggestions for her for this platform, social credibility. But let me just say one thing before that. Um, I'm not sure I would market it as a volunteer. I mean, the person who is English speaker and English native, I'm not sure that it's in your best interest. You need to consider it. If because I don't see it as volunteering if you give them back value. Like if I go to a platform and I get to have somebody that will be there with me for like let's say half an hour or 40 minutes, and out of those I will talk to him 10 minutes, and the rest of the time we will be muted, like in this platform with mute, and I do my work and I know that he's there and I'm accountable. It helps me, it gives me a lot of value, it helps me do my work, it's easier for me to do my work like that. So I don't think that I'm a volunteer in this case because I get
Yeah,
something
that's
back.
true. But that's what we need to prove to them. If
Right.
we succeed to prove them, this is also value you. So you can save this, or you never feel lonely, because there are so many people out there who are feeling lonely after their retirement, right? So there are chances they can, yeah, so they can, we can even entertain them, right? So that's how
Absolutely.
we improve. We are sharing our cultural views, perspective, education, motivation, everything. There are so many chances. But at the same time, few people, maybe 5%, maybe 10% are will be bad. Those guys will be very bad. They are going to interrupt us, right? They are going
Yeah.
to disrupt us. So how do we prevent those users? Because we don't want to lose this opportunity.
So
So
I get it totally. There are many ways I can think of and that exist that can help. One such thing, well, two that come to mind. The first one is a screening process for every user. because you can start small. Yeah, so you can start with an interview in which you try to assess the person. um, the second thing
I
is
mean,
this.
from the student's part, right? Not for the volunteer part, from the student part, right?
Right, right. um, on top of yeah, and also the second thing would be immediate feedback on every meeting. So somebody can flag, so you can give rating to the person of how friendly or how, yeah, how you feel this helped you. Maybe the rating would not be on a person, it's not very good to rate a person, but the rating would be maybe the experience, the meeting
Yeah,
experience.
like launch club, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then you also have you can have an option to flag after a meeting, to flag that meeting as problematic.
Yeah, like reporting, like Facebook reporting, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so now how about screening process? So how do we screen out them? I mean, should we ask for the passport identity? I mean, any ID or what? How we screening those users?
I'm a big believer in screening through the real thing. So, for example, if I have a job opening, I don't test somebody for my job. I try to work with him and see what happens. So the same can be here. So, for example, if somebody, the first users, you can just meet them like the founders here are meeting every person on the platform, like they met me, and you do a session with them, or maybe two sessions. So in those two sessions, I would do two at least. In those two sessions, they will need not just to be with you in the same channel, but also talk. These, let's say, these 10 minutes of talk. And I think that in that time, you don't you don't tell them that it is a screening. It is just, it's like a your user and they are, and you are just met together, and then you see what happens, how they react.
Yeah, I like the idea. So, but this also comes with cost. I mean, so from our part, there would be huge volunteers who are supporting this, right? Otherwise, yeah. So there will be a QE. I mean, whoever try to join our network or platform, they must at first apply for joining our network, right, or joining our platform. So after that, we will send them invite to the screen process. So one of our representative will talk with him or her. Then he will, after having this conversation, he will fill up a rating, some like those guy, right? So
Yes,
that's how we will screen out, right?
right.
Okay, so this is also extending our job process. So we need to have some other volunteers who are responsible for this screening process.
Well,
Okay,
you
so
see,
how about ID? Can we take the ID from our students?
I would not recommend. I would
Why?
not recommend. Um, first of all, let me say this. Another idea that came to mind. So maybe it's not the best solution to just tag people as English speaker versus non-English speaker, or non-native, native speaker and non-native speaker, and because I think that there's mutual benefit even when two people, let's say from your community, they talk to each other in English, they get both of them get benefit, some kind of benefit out of it. At least they practice, even if they don't improve. Let's say they don't learn any new word, which is they probably will, because no two people know exactly the same vocabulary. Let's say, and so, but even if they don't learn new words or something, they get to practice, and practice always brings improvement. So, and why am I saying that? First of all, it makes the options bigger, because if you consider that such a platform is not only with people from other places but also among yourselves, you have more options for meetings. And also, uh, some people can just apply to join to be a screener. That for them can be another chance for meetings. Because what is the difference? The meeting is the same meeting eventually. It's just that in some cases, they will need to provide a certain feedback.
Yes, just have a look at the chat box. Job Melton give us some advice. So I think this will be also very helpful to take the decisions and to fasten the volunteer process.
Right. Nice. Right.
So,
Am I lagging? Can you hear me?
yes, Job, please welcome to our program and please uh, join our conversation. So say, give us your input, please.
Hi, thanks for inviting me. Thinking about this, I like what Mr. Ferdman, am I pronouncing it correct? Said, I think you want to make it as easy to on-ramp for volunteers as possible. And as far as the screening goes, that could be done just through market forces. If learners were to present some sort of a profile describing themselves, they would want to sell themselves to volunteers to pick me to help me learn English or to be a conversation partner. To me, that seems the most scalable, because as soon as we have a person in the mix that needs to organize and coordinate this, it's going to be very hard to sustain and scale if it works. But putting out there, I want to learn English, I want to learn Italian, I want to learn Arabic, I want to teach Italian, I want to teach English, I want to teach Arabic. That basic structure should make it easier for people to connect. Like, I want to learn, I want to teach. Maybe I want to do both. And then they could earn some sort of social credit on the system, some sort of recognition for what they're doing. Kind of like Reddit gives people tokens when they make comments or share something of value. I would think that would be like the second iteration. The first thing would be to create a structure that makes it possible just to link learners and teachers.
Yeah, thank you, Job, for your suggestion. I think your internet has some issue because we are not hearing you properly. Maybe lagging issue, maybe slow internet or something else. So can you please join it from your cell phone? I think cell phone connection will be more faster than Wi-Fi. Ariel.
Excuse me, what did you say?
Okay, I think Job Melton has some issue, internet issue. So you got Job's point, what he mentioned.
Yeah, I actually got. I thought it was a great. It was a great point because I also, for example, I want to learn Bengali. So
Yeah, really? Really?
yeah, yeah, definitely. So this is like yeah, it's like widening the mind of who is actually. All parties provide value, and there is lot of types of value to be provided. So that we should definitely, I think, you should definitely consider yourself as somebody who, or as a platform and a group community that provides value, not as a community that asks for value.
Yes. Please turn, everybody, please turn off your microphone. Okay. So Ariel, so what would be our tool to implement these kind of projects? I mean, should we use any open source technology, or should we start from the scratch, or what would be our tool? Like, can we use Google Meet for the conversation, or what tool would be best for this kind of application?
That's something that needs to be a bit researched, but off the top of my head, I can say that um, it all depends on your definition of what your goals are, what value you want to get out of it. Because if you want that this project will be both beneficial in terms of language acquisition and in terms of learning how to implement development programming system project, then I would advise to do it with code. And of course, open source libraries, which should be researched a bit. Can even ask the founders of the Focus website if you want. And but if you don't want, if you want just to focus with this project on getting the value as quickly as possible, then maybe a no coding platform would be better.
Okay, but I think the best would be implementing some machine learning feature like as a resource. So day by day, gradually we are not making profit, but we are trying to make our data as an asset, convert our data as an asset. So that would be the best idea. What do you think? Because people are contributing from different nation, from different diverse people will be joined there. So they will gather their different language, different views. So one by one, is there any chances we can make the machine learning model, we can help them to translate their sentences? That's how our application will gradually store more data, and they can understand more human language specific data. Is it possible, or it is very hard to implement?
No, I think it's definitely possible. I would be careful, but it's an interesting idea. It's an interesting direction for this. I would be careful to separate the machine learning model from the data collection, because data collection is much more simple technically. On another perspective, data collection can be more problematic because it might present the platform as something that some people will not, that otherwise would use it, might not want to use it because you collect data. And it's very popular today in the world to not want to be tracked in any way. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
that's
you.
better. So I think we should have another meeting for the technology perspective, because there are a lot of issues like what database would be perfect for us to implement, right? Because there would be huge number of login requests, logout authentication, huge number of data will be generated every day, even every hour. So what would be our server configuration? How much money should we spend every month at least? How do we scale? There are a lot of concerns. So I think for today we are enough, because today is a brainstorming session. We are agreed that this kind of application will help us a lot. It will create and give us a value which can change people, I mean, upgrade people lifestyle, their education, their lifestyle even, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think I think just one last thing before I go. Uh, One interesting direction for this might be if you so the complementary marketing and even easy of building this thing. You can go to famous no-code platforms that are growing in traction by every day. Let's say for Bubble, for example. So try to contact the uh, owners or administration of Bubble, somebody from the administration, executives, and offer them to cooperate on such a project. So what they get.
Yeah, please. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Um, I have no problem. It's okay. So what they get out of it is pretty clear, right? They get publicity. They do a project for the community, and companies love doing such projects because it brings them its marketing, right? And on the other hand, they can suggest and ease your maybe sponsor some of it because they get marketing out of it. Companies pay a lot for marketing. So this is our no code contribution to one of no code's contribution to the community. We're giving back to the community, and they can help you build, develop it. They can save costs. They can put lower costs for this project, or even make it for free for you to build it on their platform.
Okay, that would be another idea, but it may take time because I don't know how they will respond, but okay, we may try at least. Yeah.
If you want, I can definitely easily try to contact them and raise it up as a idea. See
Yeah,
how
of
they
course, because if we meet and if we share our views, so definitely we will get some new idea maybe, right? So why not? So why not? Yeah. So thank you, Ariel, for your valuable suggestions. I kept note all of your valuable points. So I will discuss those things later with Job Melton, with you, maybe personally. So no problem. Thank you for joining and thank you for your time.
Thank you for this good opportunity, and thank you for everyone who's listening.
Yeah, thank you. So you are always with us with Master Academy.
Thank you. I'm
On the
always
way.
glad.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Okay. So Job. So can you hear me, Job?
I can hear you clearly. Is this better?
Yeah, now it is better. Yeah, you are using your phone and it is clear now.
It's probably a function of the Chromebook I was on.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not processing.
yeah. Chromebase was faulty. Yeah, it is faulty. Okay, so now summarize this, how we could proceed. And let me take question from our students. So our students, so you have already get our idea. So what's your opinion? So anybody raise your hands and give us your input. So what would be the next and how we could implement, how we could improve, what would be the screening process. So there are a lot of things to need to discuss, and we need a lot of volunteers to for the screening process, for the enrollment and anything. So please share your views, whatever you feel interesting, you feel encouraging, please share with us. Don't hesitate to share anything.
Can I make a comment? When you're talking about the screening process, are
Yeah,
you talking
please.
screening volunteers or screening students, learners, we'll call them?
Screening students, learners, not volunteers.
Would see, in my mind, that adds a layer of complexity of needing a person to screen that I think is unnecessary. If a learner could create a profile describing themselves, maybe even submit a video. Hi, my name is Job Melton, and I want to learn Bengali because I want to come visit my new friends in Bangladesh. And that's my profile, 30-second introduction. And I put it out there. And in my profile, the written form that enters my information, I would specify I would prefer to speak to a male, 50, 18 years old or older, because I don't want to talk to children. I'd rather talk to an adult male just for, comfort. Or I'm willing to talk to anybody. So the learner could create their parameters, and then the volunteer by default would establish their own parameters. They will just scroll through and pick people that they think they would like to communicate with based on that introduction. After the first meeting, they could decide to continue or not. So there's a social element about it also. And then schedules, all those other things would need to be worked out.
Yeah, I think this is also a great idea, but this is also take less time, because when they are recording their own, still there are chances they can improve their presentation skill, right? It's called video me. I mean, video resume, like resume with video, right? Yeah, with 30 seconds. So we may put our restrictions. Your introduction video should not exceed than 30 seconds. So this is a part of screening process as well, right?
And make so there doesn't need to be a person, a volunteer reviewing video resumes or learner applications. Let the volunteer screen for themselves. So the volunteers would actually be screening. They're more invested. And then it could be they reach out like, hey, I'd like to talk to you. And then they send that message out. And then that other person responds, okay. And then they schedule it somehow. I would think the first iteration should be that. And I'm looking at this Zoom, how it translates. Not translates, but how it creates a transcript. This is amazing. This is helpful.
Yes.
Because I think sometimes we don't understand the accent or whatever, and the machine learning clarifies it.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, so but one thing comes in my mind, that still we should monitor the video. I mean, the video, whoever because at video they can reveal themselves. Maybe they can make a nudity video, they can make a fun out of it, they can abuse. There are chances they can abuse still. So can we at first, I mean at the very beginning, whenever they going to submit their first video, by default it will be pending. So one of our volunteers just have a look, and they will look for only 5 or 10 seconds. Okay, so they just have a look and just says it is okay. Yeah, it proceeds. So it automatically then publish into our platforms. What do you think about this?
I see what you're saying. So you're worried about learners posting inappropriate things that would like negatively on the site.
Yes, there are chances.
Yeah, I think that's what happened, because Google Meet came about a few years ago, and it started as kind of like this random conversation tool that became a porn site, basically, that people were doing inappropriate things on, like 10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, that's what Todd told me.
Yeah, so we should also learn from this.
What's that?
I mean, who told you? Todd told you about this?
Yeah, it started out as like a conversation roulette where you would log on and it would just connect you to someone automatically. But then there ended up being a lot of trolls and inappropriate people on the other end.
Yeah,
and then it quickly kind of fell apart, so they stopped it. But it started out as random linking people just to have conversations.
Yeah, we don't wanna this kind of opportunity for our students, because whoever agree to really learn, they can join and they can have patience, you know.
What if, better than screeners, what if it was set up so that in order to be a, so the steps, the process of becoming a validated learner where your profile gets posted to the public, you have to review 4 or 5 other applicants. So you're setting up your profile, and then part of that is you review 10 other videos, and you say yes or no or something. And then if the majority say yes, this is good, then that one gets posted. So there has to
Oh,
be,
yeah, it's a voting base, like.
yeah, so it's like a so the learners are going to be invested because they want it to work. So if
Yeah,
there's
yeah, yeah,
someone
yeah, yeah.
controlling
That's a great idea. Yeah, of
5
course.
people, then it automatically just kicks them off the site.
Yeah, it automatically reduces the process. So it reduces our headache as well.
Yeah, and then it's automatic. And so
Yeah.
then because we want to get legitimate people who want to learn, and then it's just a matter of how do we market to get volunteers who want to teach. We talked about retirees might be willing to do that. Maybe high school, college students who are studying, international relations or anything like that. I mean, we could probably have teachers who will say, hey, go on and tutor a student for a year. People who are in college to become teachers might be willing to volunteer to tutor for an hour a week.
Yeah, excellent idea. You know, this is really going to work, because yeah, so whenever I mean, anonymous people are going to verify each other, that is how we make our system robust and integrity, you know, because
Yep.
they don't know who are on the other side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
And
be
that's
great.
the
Yeah.
community that's going to be most invested in it being successful, are those who want to learn.
Yeah.
Right. And so there's no malice on their part. Like they're not going to just kick people off
Yeah.
for no reason. And
Yeah.
that's why
So
it would be a
yeah.
consensus. So X number of so maybe in order for a profile to be linked, they need to have 5 approvals from 5 different other learners. And then once they reach that 5 threshold, then they're on. And whatever that number is will be hidden and maybe modifiable. So if we start seeing issues, then we increase the number of people that need to approve. Or if we see breaches somehow, then that can be modified and no one will know what it is.
Yeah, of course. This is this would be the criteria, how we authenticate other user, how we verify other users, who is the good learner, who is the bad learner. Yeah, I understand. It totally makes sense. So, okay,
And so
now,
part of your
yeah,
profile will be your personal information, your 30-second resume, and then your review of 5 other learners. And then once you do that, now you're in the queue to be reviewed by others. And then the next
yes,
step, just waiting till you're reviewed. And if we see that, there's not enough people reviewing, then we could obviously always log on and do that too. It wouldn't take long, right? Initially.
yeah. So on the registration form, so what information should we take? Like his name, date of birth, uh, place of living, interest, hobby.
Yeah.
Uh, these are the information, right?
Yeah. I would even say personal stuff like what are your dreams? What are your hopes? What are your aspirations? What do you
Yeah,
enjoy?
yeah,
What are your hobbies?
yeah. Because the
Just,
other person need them. Other person need them
yeah.
to find their interest, right?
Yeah. And then yeah, why do you want to learn this language?
Yeah,
What do you hope to attain by this? Just
yeah.
as much.
How you are going to use our platform to improve your learning, improve your
Yeah.
education or study. Yeah. So can you please write those out and give me via mail?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll email you some ideas.
Yeah. Okay.
Just
So
know that this is just a brainstorm, so it's not, it's totally editable. It's just ideas.
yes, yes, totally editable. Yeah. So can we listen from our student as well?
Yeah. Let's go. I'm gonna
Yeah,
mute
please
it.
welcome. You please welcome our students and start talking with them. They feel shy, you know.
How about this? Let's start with, let's just hear everyone do a simple introduction. Hello, my name is, and then we'll go with that
Yeah,
conversation
it's starting
really quick.
30 seconds. 30-second resume from now. Okay, so start from the left. Start from S.A. Abdullah. Abdullah, please introduce yourself within 30 seconds, not more than this.
Okay, sir. Hello, I'm S. Abdullah. I'm from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Currently, I'm a cricket coaching professional and want to be a DevOps engineer through our amazing session from Master Academy. So hopefully, my teacher and all of our students will help me to reach it. Thank you. Thanks all.
Okay,
Nice
say
to meet.
something about our English club. What do you think? Is it going to helpful for our students?
Sorry, sir.
I mean, what is your opinion about our English club? What we're discussing right now?
Yes, English Club. Today, it's a brainstorming session, so everybody should input what is your mind about that. About that is.
Yeah. So, what's your input? I mean, is there anything you gonna contribute, or is there anything you have something on your mind? How we can improve? How we do things?
Yes, I have thinking about it. Like it's just a process where when you starting or adding a new user into our platform. We just
Okay.
checking this video using the artificial intelligence like Vigo and all other platforms. When anybody start to begin very not, they automatically kick out that.
Okay. Thank you. Now, next, please,
Oh,
Shamim.
really? Can I give him feedback on his English?
Yeah, please.
Really impressive. It sounds really, really good. I would
Thanks,
encourage, watch, do you spend time watching any English language entertainment? That might help with your comprehension.
Yeah, I'm watching some podcast. What I'm interested in. That I believe that if you listening good, you will speak good. And that's
Anything good? Well, your English is pretty good. I mean, I could understand
thanks,
90% communicating. So
thank you,
with
sir.
that,
Thank
it just seems like practice. Are you still in the
Thank you,
phase where you're translating in your mind from Bengali to English? Or do you just think it in English?
Yeah, I'm almost 50 or 60%. I'm thinking in Bengali. I convert it into English.
Okay, you'll notice when you start thinking the ideas in English, then that's the big transition, and I can tell you're pretty close.
Okay.
Okay, so next, please, Shamim.
Hello, sir. This is Shamim. I'm actually right now I'm working for a company as an IT consultant, and also I'm working on the Upwork. So I need to talk a little bit more with our clients in English. So what I face that and how I improve myself, that what I want to say to them, I just write it in Bengali first, and then translate it. What is actually I can say. Then I practice it on in my own. Then I talk to them. This is how I improve myself, because I need to talk to them very, very often.
Yeah, that's good. You sound good.
Okay, next. Imran.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Imran Hussain. Actually, I am working as a freelancer and also I am an employer of a private company. Actually, this is a very good session for all of us who actually don't want to talk or feel shy to talk with someone else, especially in English, because we don't want to express ourselves to everyone. And for this reason, I think we should discuss with everyone, and that will be very helpful for us to improve our English skill or any other language skill. Because without discussion, only read book or by practicing the general way of education, it's not easy to understand and learn a language. Thank you, sir, for attending this session and helping us and motivating us with your extraordinary skills. Thank you.
Nice to meet you. I'm impressed with all your English so far. When I was
Thank
learning
you.
Spanish, I realized it only takes about 500 vocabulary words to communicate about like a 5 or 6 year old, where you could get the message across. So learning sentence frames where you just plug in different nouns and verbs could really help you communicate anything.
Thank you.
Next, Nasarul Hassan.
Hello, Job. It's Hassan. I am MD Nasrul Hassan. I am a government service holder. And at first, I am a human and a Muslim also, and also a father. And a dream maker. I always dream to develop myself and also my country. For this reason, I am learning at first Golang, a programming language, you know. And now we are trying to develop ourselves with DevOps. So this is our DevOps session. And we are trying to develop ourselves in English also. So when our teacher, Mr. Mustan Billah, to inform us to arrange some English courses or some, like app or like something this. So we are very interested for this. And for this reason, we are trying to look some good. So welcome again, and hopefully we enjoy and you feel better with ours. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, next, Dr. Tarek.
Hello, I am Dr. Tarek. I am a dental surgeon, currently working as a lecturer and a medical officer in one of a private dental college in Bangladesh, that is Pioneer Dental College. And I am also a student of DevOps training program. I would like to thank Mr. Job Milton for arranging some time and giving some time to us. And I'd also like to thank I'd also like to thank Mustan Billah sir for arranging this kind of session. I have some suggestion about this English communication skill build-up session. Can I give my feedback?
Please go ahead.
Okay. I was thinking that whoever want to connect in with the foreign people, they must need to know some basic about communication, English communication strategies. So we can make some small video for some training video. It may be some training video about how to communicate in English, something like that. And it would be
very much helpful for the others, for the sign up users. They can easily understand the basic fundamentals of communicating English. So this is my first point. And the next point is who will work as a volunteer. They can we can train them. We can train them in the similar way so that they can help the Bangladeshis or non-English speakers. So so that it will be much more easier for us. And the last topic is we can keep a recording of the video conversation, and we will warn them that your conversation will be recorded so that they will not do anything wrong. So it will also help us to maintain the overall situation. Sorry, we have electricity problem here. That's why my video became black. Okay, so I have the 3 topics here. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next, Ananya Firdaus. Oh, Ananya Firdaus, you have the same issue, right? Okay. So MK Bashar. MK Bashar, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. First of all, thank you, Ms. Jobs, and our teacher, honorable teacher, Mr. Billah, so for giving us such an interesting things to share with us. Actually, to me, I am currently I am working for a mobile vendor company in Bangladesh as a mobile application and VAS development support engineer. To be honest, as my experience, sometimes we had to communicate it with foreign peoples, mostly though in Asian peoples, but sometimes also we had to communicate it with English, native English language country peoples. Most times what I face that hearing, that generally we could not understand the content clearly from them. That was the main issues. But yes, when we talk regularly, when we communicate several times, over the time we our issues goes down and we improve. But for the novice people, for the novice students, it's very difficult to understand them. So such a community, if we can build such a community, it will be very much helpful for them. And one thing we all are concerned about the security, concerned about what people will share. But here I want to, for my opinion is, let's start. You cannot never expect that every people will be good. In our community, yes, must be you will have to some good, bad people. But you have to start. You have to continue, and day by day we will know who is the right person to be stay connected, who will have to be ignored. So first thing is, let's start. Thank you.
Thank you, MK Bashar. Now I would like to invite Mr. Abu Raihan. Abu Raihan.
Hello, sir. My name is Raihan. I am from Kustia, Bangladesh. I am very excited to learning new programming skill. Currently, I am learning WebSocket, like a chatting application, messaging application. I am very excited to work this. Sorry, I have not good speaker in English language. Sorry about that. Thank you, Job Milton sir, for excited idea for for learning about English language. Sorry, sir.
Yeah, please continue. This is how we improve our English, right? So at the point where you stuck, you have to start from your stuck point, because this is the pain point. You have to deal with your pain point, you know. So if you manage your pain point, gradually you can start improving your English, you know. You have to feel from your inside, oh, I'm stuck. Why I am stuck? What's wrong? Is there any sentence I cannot complete? Or is there any vocabulary issue? So you have to figure out the root cause. What is stopping you to speak, you know? So day by day, if you try to non-stop, then there are chances you can improve yourself. So this was a good start. I appreciate your
I want to point out, and I just want to say your enunciation, your accent,
please
is really good. I could understand the words you said were very clear, which is big, because I hear other people, they have a bigger vocabulary, and maybe as they have a bigger English vocabulary, the Bengali accent comes through because they're able to speak so quickly. So just listening, this has gotten me thinking, you all seem like a motivated group so far that could learn the vocabulary. That's the easy part. But the accent and trying to get the English accent, that is the most difficult part of learning a language. I remember when I was learning Spanish, the way I learned the quickest, I was talking to little children and they were giving me tongue twisters. I don't know if you know what a tongue twister is. It's just a few sentences. They don't necessarily make sense grammatically, but they're difficult to say with the proper accent. And I would practice and practice. And when the little kids would laugh at me, I knew I did it wrong. And then finally it got to the point to where they would understand me. And that's where I progressed the fastest.
Thank you so much, sir, for the suggestion.
Yeah. I'm going to give you guys all a bunch of tongue twisters to practice. Do you know what a tongue twister is?
No, please tell me.
Okay. Here's an English tongue twister. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. How many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? It just sounds like nothing, right?
Yes, it's too hard to pronounce, you know.
It is, but that helps practice. And in Spanish, one is en un plato de trigo, tres tristes tigres trigo comieron. And that would be Spanish. And so I practice those. Pablo clavo un clavito clavo Pablito. And that would be Spanish tongue twisters. And that helped me learn the accent so much faster. So I'm thinking maybe to practice with some tongue twisters with the sounds that seem to be most difficult, because you guys are all really smart. It's so clear. You'll learn the vocabulary. You could put English words around your house on sticky notes, light switch, wall, door, all of these words. You could find those on Google and practice them. And then we could practice the enunciation, which I anticipate is probably the biggest challenge.
Yes, that will help a lot. Thank you, Job. So now I would like to invite Ananya Firdaus. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Ananya Firdaus. I am a graphic designer and a software engineer. I understand English properly, but my problem is spoken English. I want to improve myself from this problem. I would like to thank Mustain Billah sir and Job Melton sir for this program. Thank you very much.
Job, say something for Ananya.
She's a great graphic designer. I know that. Her English is really good and her spoken English is really good. Very easy to understand.
So what's your advice to her? How she can improve?
Practice. I think conversations are going to be very helpful for her. just getting comfortable. I'm curious, do you think the words you want to say in English, or do you think them in Bengali and translate?
Anna, are you translating first in your head from Bengali to English, then you are speaking, or how you
at first I translate from Bengali to English.
See, that's the problem. See,
yes.
Well, yeah. And that's typical when people, I heard that, when you're really understanding a language, when you start to dream in that language, that means it's becoming a part, but that takes a lot of exposure, a lot of time communicating in English. And so I think your focus on conversational English is going to be very helpful, with an emphasis on accent, because I think I noticed some patterns and in enunciation, which probably comes from Bengali. So this is how that sound is made in Bengali. So it just transfers over, which is typical.
Yeah. Thank you. So now I would like to invite Miss Urmi Ghosh. Please introduce yourself, Urmi Ghosh. And if you have any suggestion for our English club, don't hesitate to share, please. Unmute fast.
Sorry. This is Urmi Ghosh. I'm a student of Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Really, I'm thankful Mustain sir. He create opportunity to join with all of you. Now, I want to say, I listen to English songs in my leisure time, improve my English. Then I would like to say, if we take English or anything as a language and not as a subject, we will improve, sure. Thank you.
She made a good point. If we try to study English based on the rules, I don't think anyone will learn it, because our rules they don't make sense. So you learn best by, like you said, listening to music, talking to other people, hearing how we put words together. That's probably going to help you more than trying to understand the rules.
Yes, exactly. So Urmi Ghosh, this is the good place to start. So that is why we are planning to launch our app, so definitely this app will help you a lot to practice a lot, to find your partner from native speakers,
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So now I would like to invite Mr. FM Mamoon. Please unmute yourself and introduce yourself with 30 seconds of time. FM Mamoon, please.
Hello, sir. I am FM Mamoon. I am a job holder. I am doing a job as an IT guy, non-profit organization. So thank you, sir.
Are you scared or you stuck?
I don't know what I tell you. That is why
Yeah, that is how you need to practice. So once you, start, this is the point. You have to improve from that point.
Yes, sir.
Learning only happens at a point where you're stuck.
Yeah, FM Mamoon, you got the point? What Job said?
No, sir. Could you please tell me again?
Yeah, he said there are chances when you get stuck, because if you aren't stuck, you never feel you need to start. You need to start, or you need to study,
Okay, I got it, sir.
Yeah, so don't scare that you are stuck, so you are unable to speak. No, if you feel you are stuck and you want to improve, then this is a good start,
Yes, sir.
So next time you must improve your English conversation.
I will
Okay.
try my best.
And every day dedicate some time, maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes in try to conversation with yourself with in front of mirror, just start talking with yourself in front of mirror. This will give you a lot of intuition on about English.
Yes, sir. I got it.
Yeah, thank you.
And
So now
your
I would like
accent is really good as well. Easy to understand the words you spoke.
Thank you, sir.
So now I would like to invite Sharmin Akhtar. Sharmin Akhtar, please introduce yourself.
Hello. Sorry. Hello, I'm Sharmin Akhtar. First, I would like to apologize for not turning on my camera because I have fever blisters all over my lips, upper lips, lower lips, everywhere, and I'm using a ointment that makes me look like cricket test player. You know that those fielders who uses a white balm on their lips. I don't know if Mr. Milton is familiar with cricket. I would like to thank our Musain sir for inviting me on this session, and it was a pleasure, Mr. Milton, hearing your hearing the input and suggestions that you gave about the learning process, about the screening process. I would just like to I have some concerns like what you said about the screening process, that people have to new users have to submit a 30-second video, and other users have to review them, and if they find it find it find it approvable, then they will swipe it as good or bad. So the thing is, we are asking the users to review multiple videos, 30-second videos. So wouldn't that be a little bit of burden on them to review those videos? That's all I was thinking. Thank you for having me here.
Job please reply to her question.
Again, good communication, very clear. Your question about the burden, yeah, it is an extra step, but I think that'll also serve to sort out learners who are really motivated, because this is a free service for them. So we're going to ask the volunteers to do it free. So we want, they're providing something of value. So we want to make it easy for volunteers to come on, and we want to create an accountability system for learners so that it keeps that community true for people who really want to learn. And so my thinking is, if there's a requirement to put some effort into ensuring that community is pure, then it's gonna, first of all, make it scalable. So let's say we start with just the 20 or 30 of you that are here today. I don't know how many are here, but, and you review each other's videos, you'll all be there waiting for someone to say, yes, let's do a conversation class. So that'll be the starting group. But as others come on that we don't know, that's when we're going to need that accountability to make sure that they're not just doing inappropriate things. And then it could grow, because it doesn't require any one person to verify someone.
Yeah, Sharmin, are you get convinced?
Yes, I'm convinced, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now I would like to invite Mr. Saddam Hussain. Saddam Hussain, please unmute and introduce yourself.
Hello, sir. I'm Kim Saddam Hussain. I'm a software engineer. It was a great session to me. I'm very weak in English. This session helped me out to speak with us, everyone. I think our English club will help everyone to improve our career.
Yes, thank you, Saddam. Now, Shajidul Haq, please introduce yourself. Shajidul Haq.
Hello, Mr. Job Milton. How are you? I'm Sajidul Haq from Chittagong. I am studying computer science and now finishing it almost in 1 month. So I want to be a successful software engineer. I'm very happy to be with you in here. So thank you.
You're welcome. Did you say you're in Chicago? It said you. That's how it translated.
I'm from Chittagong.
Oh, it translated as Chicago.
Okay.
It's the Chicago of Bangladesh, you know?
Chicago, Bangladesh.
It's actually a port city of Bangladesh.
Okay,
There's
so now Mr. Mustafa Nizam, please introduce yourself. Mustafa Nizam.
Hello. I am Mustafa Nizam. I'm an IT professional more than 10 years. My hobby is a reading book. And about to introduce myself, I am a team player. I am a self-motivated and also the leading a team as like a leader. And my hobby is my aim in life is become a good software engineer in the software field. And for my profession job, I have to lot of speak to the my vendors and also the different countries of people. And I think that English Club is very important for us. And also I have to I can give you some suggestion about the English Club. That is there is some apps that are called a speaker and also the real time and also speaker and real time apps and the Ilsa Speak. Those apps are very useful for us to communicate with the others countries of the who are learning in the English and also the practicing in English. They are also a learner in the in this app, and they are joining to learn English. And this is all about me. And thanks for giving a chance with this boot camp. And thank you very much.
You have it sounds like a pretty big English vocabulary, and
little bit.
What's that?
Little bit, not more than like you, and trying to learn something about it. And always I am singing for the learn.
And I think as you improve your enunciation or the English accent, you're going to find much easier to communicate.
Yes, exactly. Definitely.
Good.
Yeah, he's already fluent. So he has already got his fluency. So it's good. Now she just need to practice on his accent, you know? Yeah.
Thanks a lot. It's my pleasure.
Yeah. So Imamul Huda, please introduce yourself. Imamul Huda, please quick. Be quick, Imamul Huda. Okay, Tahsin Hassan, please introduce yourself. Tahsin Hassan.
Hello, Job Milton, sir. Welcome to our DevOps program. I am Tahsin Hassan. I am a junior university student. My background subject is electrical electronic engineering. I want to improve my English speaking skill as a foreigner, and I want to going abroad for PhD, and I want to take a IELTS course. I'm also like to like to practice speaking with foreigner, I have a request of you. If you can connect some foreigner friends who also wanted to learn speaking English, that would be a great helpful for us. Thanks a lot.
That sounds like what we're trying to do, find a way to connect learners and speakers to improve communication in English.
Yes. Mr. MD Ibrahim, please introduce yourself.
I am MD Ibrahim from Dhaka. I am working as a system engineer in a software company. I think it would be very helpful for us if we are talking every day with foreigner people or other people, and EnglishCLub will be very helpful for us for improving our English skill. So I hope EnglishCLub is very helpful, because of if we without practicing we don't know improve our English, and EnglishCLub will helpful because of it is helpful for talking with others people. So that's why if we are involving this club and we make our improving English skill. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome, Ibrahim. Now I would like to invite Mr. Kabir. Kabir, please introduce yourself.
Hello, sir. This is Kabirul Alam. So I actually work as a freelancer at this moment. So yeah, I am really excited about this platform, because it will help us to connect with the native speaker to really improve our English. And actually, we spend time as a non-native speaker. So we are from different region, So we spend time to learn English, but the main problem is our accent, especially job. That our accent, we have so much problem with our accent, and that's why actually we tend to feel shy to communicate with, especially the foreigners or native speakers. Because we can't understand 100%, or we feel shy, we cannot say similar to them in accent-wise. So it will be helpful. And also through this part, what I have understand that, yeah, Job was so much, he was motivating the learners. So whatever, there are different type of people here. We all students, some English is good, some are bad, but he was motivating each learner and saying that, yeah, English is good. So it will really be motivating for us. And, by this way, we will be more, free with you and free to communicate with you. And, for a dialogue session, we are actually weak in communication. So in this type of fluent dialogue and session will really help us to improve our English. So thank you. Thanks, Mustain sir, for taking this initiative, and Mr. Job and others to participate in it.
Your English is very good. Your accent is very understandable. So I think helping and communicating with your peers in this group would be a big help, because you have, I mean, I understood 95% of what you said without any effort. So that's really good.
Yeah, thank you.
Without even using the transcript.
Okay, that's good. So
Yeah,
I have a little question, sir. That is actually, so you were talking about 30 seconds video. So I was just wondering, the learners, since they are shy, so they might be feel very much shy in shooting that video. And as a Bengali speaker or our community, we can choose the video and send to you selected video, but maybe you won't be able to understand that. So what will happen then? Are you going to choose those students basis of what criteria? So that is my question.
Mustaine and I aren't going to choose the students. The volunteers eventually will. I think for right now, it's a small group. So maybe next week, Mostain, the idea could be have all the students write out what they would want to say in an introduction video, just introducing themselves, and they could practice that from a script. And we could just work on improving that as one of the first steps.
I see. So a script will be provided. That will be really helpful. Yeah, thank you.
Well, I'm saying you could write the script. You come up with what you'd like to say.
Sure. We'll volunteer work also. Yeah.
The next step, just introduce, like next week, maybe we'll do something, introduce yourself and something you enjoy doing for fun.
Right.
2 sentences, very simple. We'll try to focus on enunciation.
Yeah. And yeah, thank you very much. And we are really, we are looking forward to hearing your lip twister, right? Tongue twister.
Yeah. Do you have any of those in Bengali?
We need to check actually. Maybe not.
Pakhi paka pepe khai. Pakhi paka pepe khai.
Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
It's pakhi paka pepe khai. It's very hard, man.
What is it? What does it mean?
Birds love to like ripe fruits, you know, fruits.
Ripened papaya, yeah. Ripened papaya.
So every culture has tongue twisters. It serves a purpose.
Definitely,
it serves a purpose to learn the language. It's interesting when you look at language, infants before, I think, 3 months of age, they could hear the sounds of every language and every culture. After 3 months, their brain starts filtering out all the sounds that don't exist in their primary language. So that's a hard thing. It's our brain is so efficient. There's sounds that literally you can't hear that are in my language, and there's sounds that I can't hear that are in your language. Like it just doesn't process because it's not in there. So we have to intentionally learn them.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you. Thank you so much.
So now, Mr. Asghar Ali, please introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Mohammad Abdullah Al Asghar Ali. I am a service holder, a non-profit organization. As a IT officer, I joined at first join coding bootcamp this year 9 January, and complete coding Golang coding bootcamp. Then Mostain Billah sir and all other foreigner participate our varieties program, and Mostain Billah sir start EnglishCLub. That was very helpful for us because our country, all students and all people are weak, very weak English. As a result, EnglishCLub is very important for us. So EnglishCLub will be helpful for us when we are try to communicate other foreign client. We think that how can I communicate that person? It will be difficult for us. So we are always shy and think always translate Bengali to English. That was very difficult and always stuck and we are not able to communicate foreign client. That will be very bad impact. We are always thinking translate Bengali to English. That was impossible to communicate anyone. So we are always think that how can I communicate that person. Also foreign client think that that person not good at English. So we are always think it will be difficult for me. So we are always think I cannot speak English language. So we are find any apps or any club that will be helpful for us improve our English communication. So English Club app will be helpful for us. That 30-second video resume, it will be very helpful for us. Thank you, Mustanbillah sir and Job Milton sir.
You have a lot of, I could tell, English vocabulary.
Yeah,
Most
he's good. Yeah, he's good.
I hear one of the things I'm thinking, maybe the learners, one of the categories could be, I want practice in understanding English. So I have a good vocabulary. I just need to practice hearing it and getting feedback on if I understand it correctly. Or I want practice enunciating or making the correct accent. I want practice learning new sentence frames.
Yeah, there will be a different level. I mean, we will group them up. Maybe there will be people who are at the beginning stage, absolute beginners. There will be people in the intermediate state, so that's how we will classify them. So that would be helpful for even volunteers, because if they find someone who is really at the beginning level, so he or she will feel intimidating, so that's why. Okay, now Moaz Hussain, please introduce yourself. Moaz Hussain, how are you feeling? Moaz, Job, this is Moaz who is working with us,
That's a great design he made. I really like it. Everyone I show, that last one he did is.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, Moaz, can you hear me? Hello, are you there? Oh, maybe he's sleeping. Moaz? Okay, he's not there. Okay, now I would like to invite AKM Ariful Islam Shimol. Shimol?
I'm here. Hello, Job Milton sir. How are you? Thanks a lot to you in our community. First of all, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to introduce myself. I am Ariful Islam. I am from Bangladesh. I am graduate in Botany and CSC. Currently, I am working on a Norwegian software company, Software Limited, as a technical team lead. I have 12 years of experience in software development. My strength is taken initiative to work independently, good leadership skill, adaptable to any kind of situation in an estranged group, and helping tendency. My weakness is I am weak in English, and especially I am weak in listening. So need to improve my spoken and as well as in listening. English is very essential for international communication. Though I am working in foreign company, I face a lot of issues for my weak English. I know about the spoken app named Cambly. It helps to communicate with a native speaker, but it's a paid app. So we need to develop an app like Cambly for free communication with native speakers. So I will request to our Job Milton sir for arranging some time to increase our English spoken. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome. And just like everyone, you have a strong foundation in English.
Yeah,
thank you, sir.
He's very good. Okay, now I would request Ovijit Shil. Ovijit Shil. Ovijit, are you here?
Yes, sir, I'm here. Hello, sir. I'm Ovijit Shil. I'm a fresh graduate. Today I joined a company as a junior software engineer. My stack is Java, full stack on Java. Besides that, I did some programming. I also did some. I also participated in coding bootcamp. I enjoyed a lot to communicate with others, giving my opinions and sharing my views. And now now in this English speaking app, I feel that it will be very useful for anyone who try to learn English, more precisely who don't talk English because of their shyness. And one more suggestion from my part is basically using machine learning here, because using it is a very big step to use machine learning as an initial step, because for training purpose, we need to have a lot of people to contribute here to train our models. But it can be very useful if we have a plan to implement this feature in 2 years. But as initially, I think it will be a very big step to use machine learning here. And without that, if we have a feature that for 30-second video resume, if we had another feature like anyone can give their voice, or they can share with their videos, it will be helpful who are very shy. Because if for example, I'm shy, so I won't try a feature which I have to use my videos to speak. So if there will be an opportunity like only they can talk and then upload, it will be very helpful for anyone who is very shy. Like there will be some issues, like if they can feel low here. So it will be my feedback, and it is my suggestion to have a feature like people can upload their videos, or they can upload their audios here. So that will be helpful. That's it, sir.
That's a good point, Mostain. I wonder if I just said video as an idea. What if instead there was just a paragraph writing the words of what they want as their introduction? Then we don't even have to worry about inappropriate stuff, because it's all written initially as an initial launch.
Yeah, it's okay, but video is more intuitive, and video gives more attention. It grabs more attention.
I'm thinking about the first iteration. Wouldn't it be easier just to basically fill out a form entering information, and then, because we're talking 30 students, like our first goal would be to find a conversation partner for everyone in this club, and then that would be like the first iteration. Another thing I was thinking as he was talking, or maybe it was the previous speaker, would it be possible to create a machine learning, or I don't know what it would be, where I could upload a sentence and then the learners have to speak that sentence, and they can't go to the next sentence until they say it exactly how it sounds with the accent shared by the English speaker?
Yes, it is possible. Of course, this is possible, but I think there should be maybe charge associated with this. We have to talk with you can give advice, get advice from Luke.
Yeah.
Luke? Yeah,
because that would be I don't know if that would be a neural net that would have to be built to find a match.
Yeah.
I'll reach out. I know he's super busy. I haven't been able to talk to him in a while. I plan to just reach out to him next time, our next phase of the sped fit, share the website, share the functionality, then I'll probably engage him in a conversation.
Yeah, okay, we will look into it, no problem. We are almost at the end of our introduction, so
can you rate my speaking? It will be helpful for me to improve.
Yeah, very clear. I could understand 90% of what you were saying without much effort. So yeah, it was I could understand your concerns clearly about being shy, and that's why I responded to that. We don't want to create obstacles, but I think if it was a one-on-one with a person, even if it just started out as, because we might have some volunteer teachers who are also shy, they don't want to be on a camera. And since we're just listening and talking, I mean, we don't want to create obstacles. We want people to converse and talk. Like I hate looking at myself on this screen. It reminds me how old I am.
No, it's okay. Okay, now Nafis Iqbal, please introduce yourself. Nafis Iqbal.
Hello, sir. I was waiting for a long time. I thought you forgot me.
No.
Oh, sir. First of all, I'd like to thank Mr. Job for attending this meeting. And we know that you are a busy person. And after all of the things, you have come here and showed sympathy with us and shared a lot of things with us. So we are really happy to be here with you and hear some of the words. So thank you so much, sir. And also Mustambila, sir, for arranging this. So now for the introduction part, I'm basically a student, 15-year-old guy who is studying at Fuzirat Cadet College at class 9 and in one of the top military institutions in Bangladesh. So basically, I have a relation with Master Academy. That is the first boot camp that our Mustan Bilal sir arranged. I was a student in there, and from there, an English club was established. So I became one of the volunteers there, and I contributed as much as I could. So this was the formal introduction. So now, sir, I have an observation. Yep, you can say observation. That is, as we were the volunteers, so
Nafis, we can't hear you.
hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, now
Sir?
clear.
Sorry for the internet issue. As we were the volunteers, so we could actually measure the psychological thoughts of the students. So I observed that when we took interesting classes, right, our classes contains a lot of information which is really interesting, and our instructor was so much cooperative in those classes. The students were, I mean, more attentive, and our class was just only 1 hour, and where we provided the right information and I mean some cool information or great meeting was held. So in that time, our meeting time passed over 2.5 hours. So 1 hour meeting passed over 2.5 hours due to the curiosity of the students, basing on the conduction of the introductor. I mean, who is taking the class. So I think that the teacher who is taking the class, his conduction or his cooperation is much more important to take the focus of the students. And if that thing happens, no one will lose their confidence. Everyone would be feel free to share everything with the teacher, and a good environment will be held. So that was the thing I actually observed. And about the app or the software that we're gonna make, that would be really cool actually. And our sir is giving EnglishCLub a modern version, so that would be obviously cool. So that was it, sir, from my side, and thank you, sir, for being here with us.
Your English, very good. I can understand everything you're saying. What you notice about, if it's an interesting topic, people are going to be more engaged. And so I think of it as, if the participants are getting value, the teachers and the learners, if they're getting something from it, I think the teachers, the volunteer teachers, will have the psychological benefit of knowing they're doing something helpful for another person. Everyone wants that. And then the learners are going to have the benefit of improving in a skill that they want to improve their life and circumstances. So if we could tap into that, I think we could help a lot of people.
Yeah, thank you. So now
Sir,
I would like to.
Another thing. One thing I forgot to mention, sir.
Sorry?
One thing I forgot to mention to Mr. Job Milton. Actually, I'm a really big fan of Marvel Universe. Actually, I've completed all the movies. So my English is from based on the movies of Marvel Universe, and I'm a great fan of Marvel comics. I like those movies, and from there I developed my English. So suggestion is watching movie will help you a lot, a lot. That's
I agree. Yeah, and I encourage everyone to do that. The other student, she said she listens to a lot of music, watching movies, TV, if you can get English TV, all those things will be helpful. YouTube videos, just spend a lot of time on that. YouTube would probably be good because you could put on, does closed captioning work on YouTube in Bangladesh for Bengali?
Yes, it works. It works.
Yeah, that would be great to practice that way.
Yeah. So now, Sorwardi, please introduce yourself. Sorwardi.
Hi, I am Chaudhary Hussain Shoaib Sohrawardi. I am recently undergraduated from Premier University, Chittagong, in computer science and engineering. I like to thank our instructor to organize such an event and to give us such a platform to meet Jobs, to interact with him. And I am very happy and pleasure to meet, to communicate with Job Milton, and I'm very and that's it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for participating.
Yeah, Sumaya. Sumaya, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, please introduce yourself, Sumaya.
Okay, I'm Sumaya. I completed my BSc last year from Electronics and Communication Engineering. Now I am learning DevOps and I am work with Mustain sir. I just learning English for job and I wish to travel many countries. So actually my problem is I take too much time to make sentence, but I comfortable to write. So and I feel very bad. I think I can provide my intro. My phone is discharged. Now it will off because today we face electricity problem. So I just count down when Mustain sir called me. That's it. Thank you.
Beautiful English. I could understand everything you said, and it didn't seem slow at all. So just, it seemed very fluid.
Yes. So Sumaya, see, you are doing good. You're doing great. Okay, try to keep it up. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So is there anyone already left behind? I think everyone introduced, right? Copy Imran. Yeah. So, except, yeah, I think everyone done, right? Yeah. Shamim, Saddam. Okay. So yeah, we are almost, our introduction part is done, Job. Now it's your turn, please.
Is anyone bold enough to try the tongue twister I put in the chat? I just put one sentence of it.
Where? Kabir, please try.
Anybody?
Kabir. Oh, Peter. Yeah, let me try. Let me try myself first. So how it could be? Very fast? I mean, within 5 seconds or how long?
Just do it slow. See if you could enunciate all the words.
Give me a demo first.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers.
Okay, let's try. Okay. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled.
So you said Peter Piper. Try Peter Piper.
Oh, Piper. Okay. So see, this is how we weak in English. I mean, we don't know how the words pronounced properly. This is our first lackings, you know. Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers, right?
Yeah, that was awesome. But do you see, I mean, how we could practice things like this? It seems silly, but I think that's going to help a lot of people who seem to have good, strong, I would say the vast majority of the people introduced today had really strong English communication skills. If the accents for the could be worked on, understanding will be better because it's not the words they're using, it's just the accent. And I think that will eliminate one obstacle to communication, which will help improve even faster.
Yeah, so what's the benefit of tongue twister? Is it going to help us improve our pronunciation or what? What area each cover?
It'll help with pronunciation. So like you said, Peter Pipper, it's Peter
Yeah.
Piper. And so
Yeah.
and I'm thinking, I'm noticing patterns like V, like we say V, like a violet, violin, and it's more of a W sound coming from Bengal. So say violin.
Violin.
How do you say violin? Violin, you know, the instrument, violin.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just coming up with those sounds and refining how those are said, I think will help a lot.
Yeah, so we have to make our I mean tongue twister, maybe a lot of tongue twister, not only these, maybe a lot of them, right?
Yeah. Just
Yeah,
for
we
fun
need,
and
yeah,
like
so we
I
need
said,
a lot of graphics as well. Let's say we have to make infographics, right? So infographics will also help us to understand the deeper meaning of a object, right?
yeah, and tongue twisters don't really, a lot of them are made up words, so it doesn't even matter. It's I don't know what the source of them is other than a game kids play to challenge themselves with saying things, and then they say it really fast, really slow. I don't even know if kids do it anymore, but when I was a kid it was popular. So
shall I try
practice.
this, Peter Piper?
Yeah, let me hear you.
Okay, so Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers.
Yeah, that was good.
We need to practice.
Yeah, but I think Kabir, you're already good. Your pronunciation is so clear and concise. I think your voice is so nice. I mean, your voice is so clear. Anyone can understand you, and your pronunciation also, your accent pronunciation, even body language, everything looks good, you know?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
I would say that was good. You said, say it again. Peter Piper. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So me?
Yeah.
Okay, so Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers.
So you said pickled peppers. So say Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers.
Pack of pickled peppers.
Yeah, that sounds really good. It's kind of hard, huh?
I can try.
Thank you.
All right, let me hear.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, please, Sajidul, please
Yeah.
try.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers.
Oh, that was a good one. Pickled peppers. You said that beautifully.
Yes.
Okay, wait, who is this? Who said that?
I'm Sajidul.
I forgot where. Okay, yeah, good job.
Thank you.
So is there anyone who has courage to give a try? Nasarul, give a try. Unmute.
I'm audible?
Yes.
Hello? Okay. Peter Piper pickle a pack of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a pink of pickled peppers.
You see, it has a trick because it forces you to say the vowel sound is different every one of those. So Peter Piper picked a pack
of
pickled
peppers.
Ah, perfect. That was good.
Thank you.
I tell you, my best teacher when I was in Mexico or in Costa Rica were little kids that would laugh at how I would mess up the words, and then they would correct me, and they helped me. I mean, better than teachers, just little tiny kids who spoke English. It was funny. They would tell me a tongue twister and I would try it and I would mess it up. And sometimes if you change the sound, it's a different word. So like ajo is garlic, ojo in Spanish is I. And so like I would mix it up and sometimes I'd say I instead of garlic and it didn't make sense and they thought it was funny. Or I would say I was embarrassed, but I translated it wrong and I said I was pregnant because embarazado is pregnant in Spanish. So it was just funny practicing that way because there's so many little differences and it was just a fun way to learn.
Yeah, as a native speaker, you know a lot of tricks. So just introduce us those tricks and especially the academic books. What about the books? I asked you to.
Yeah, I was looking and I was hoping we had some old stuff that we, periodically throw away, but so far everything is like online and digital now. So it's like subscription and consumable books that they get where they tear pages out. So I couldn't find any old textbooks. I'll keep looking because they have them, but they're spread out everywhere. And so there might be books in a warehouse somewhere. So I'm just going to keep my eye out. If I see any, I'll find them and send them your way.
Yeah, Dr. Tarek, you have a question?
I want to try this.
Yeah,
all right.
go. Yeah, let's try.
Peter Piper picked a pack of pickled peppers.
Good job.
Thank you.
So I'm going to give you a second challenge. Ready? How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?
Oh, first write it down, man. Otherwise it won't.
I will. I'll send you a list of them, and next week we'll just introduce. It'll be fun, and we could laugh at ourselves. Give me one in Bangladesh and Bengali, and I'll have to try that too. So you could laugh at my bad accent.
Paki paka pepe khai.
Okay, write it down. Let me see.
Oh, how do I write it down? It is in Bengali.
Yeah. Oh wait, but it would be.
Oh, in English, like okay. Paki
paka pepe kai? No.
Yeah.
How bad was that?
Yes, just try it.
Paki paka pepe kai.
Khai.
Let me hear it.
Yeah,
Khai.
paki paka pepe khai.
Paki paka pepe kai.
Khai.
Oh, it is
kai.
Khai. Yes, khai, not kai. Khai.
Yes.
Paki paka pepe kai.
Yes, that's
It's hard.
great. Wow.
What does it mean?
Oh, the birds like to take rape papaya,
Oh, is that a papaya?
Yeah, papaya. Yeah.
Which one is papaya? Kai?
The pepe, before the last one.
That's a papaya, pepe.
Yeah, it's a pepe. We call it pepe in Bangla, in Bengali.
That's right. You're a tropical climate, huh? Subtropical?
It's subtropical, yeah.
Like Costa Rica.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I better get because we got to go to church in a little bit.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so next week at the same time, okay?
8 in the morning. All right.
Yeah,
And
morning time would be best for us. Yeah.
I'll send you some stuff and we'll just focus. I could usually I'll be gone. We usually go to church at 9 my time, but
Yeah.
since my wife was sick and she's still in bed, we're gonna go late. So
Okay, no problem. Maybe next
I'll have
next day
40
we will take less, no problem.
I'll send you a list of things to do, maybe an introduction, and I'll just give feedback on accent and grammar, and we'll go through a list. I'll send you an assignment.
Yeah, of course. So you are going to be our English instructor, okay?
I guess I'll try my
Yeah.
best. All righty.
Yeah, good at teaching. Yeah, I think you are.
Okay.
I think you're friendly, so you taking our students positively. That's a good sign.
Yeah, they're all very talented. So motivated and talented. You got a lot going for you.
Yeah, we love you too. I mean, that's why you also motivated and talented. You have a great heart. I appreciate your help.
All right. I look forward to seeing these students grow and pursue their dreams.
Yeah.
All right. I'll
inshallah.
talk to you. Bye. Happy Monday for you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Joe.
Alrighty.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, wait. We're not finished yet. I mean, I'm going to turn off the YouTube